Hello. Hi, everybody. It's 7:30 now already, and we're really excited because this is the last session, I think, for the marathon that we have been doing. It's been almost, I think, a month, right? I think later when we look at the slides, you'll know. And also, I have to remind myself and our speakers and our friends, right? Maybe you're watching us on YouTube. Okay, if you are, please subscribe. And also please like. Okay, why? I think today's session is going to be more relaxed and fun. I mean, not saying the previous ones are not, but we are just going to be a little bit more naughty today. And also more, I would say, relaxed and more, we are real. So I think you get to see a side of us that, in our natural habitat. When we drop our, in a way, professional duties. Okay, we are still professional duty, but if we drop most of the professional duties, how are the teachers like? So that's it. Okay, I'm gonna introduce myself in case you have no clue who I am. So I will need help to maybe put on the slide so that you can see and have a peek how I look like. How many years ago again? Let me count. Oh my God, this was like 2018, 19. My gosh, look. So that was me when I was young. But that's it, okay? I am Jeannie Zhuang, so very happy to see you here. And I'm a DCIG senior teacher and SCI professor, as well as, okay, Wisdom Coaching International's co-founder. So really happy to be here, okay? No changes after so many years. Well, I can only say you have a brilliant you have a brilliant pair of eyes. Okay, so that's it, right? I'm gonna share with you what we have been doing. If you can look at the next slide, what we have been doing for the past, I think, 20 sessions. Actually, there are 5 waves, and we are already at a 5th wave. And today's session, we are wrapping up. So when this wrap up, okay, I really encourage you to share, with your friends now, if they're not here yet, to ask them to come on in, because today we are all about having fun and all about trying to, create some laughter, and also for you to celebrate, the fact that we have been through 20 sessions. We started on May, right? 23rd May, and mind us, okay, this is just the English sessions. We actually do have the Chinese sessions that's happening. So in total, we have done like 38. And right now, at the same time, okay, we are doing the English closing, and our Chinese speakers, they are also doing the closing for the Chinese track. So that's it. We are really excited, and we are talking about automatic leadership, right? Today, you're going to see something a bit more different, because today's topic, okay, if you look at the next slide, would be why you should be here with us in Singapore. And it's by no coincidence, including myself and our 2 speakers, Jacqueline and Kelly, we are born and bred Singaporeans. I did have a question earlier, and just gonna tease a bit, right? Zing asked me, hey, your surname is very unique. Are you Singaporean? I'm like, yes, I am. Just that my ancestors on my dad's side is actually from Fujian. So Singapore is a very unique place, and I think as much as our friends in Southeast Asia, right, we do have very interesting ancestors. Okay, I see a hand raised. I have no idea why, but I'm sorry. There's no Q&A right now. So if you have questions, you can type your questions in the chat, because today we're just going to go into a more relaxed session. So today, you see, it says here why you should be in Singapore from the 3rd to 5th July. Okay, we're going to sell Singapore to you. Okay, we are also going to show you the downsides, I guess, like, oh, wow, Singapore's so expensive. Okay, we'll talk about that. Okay, why like that? Okay, then why Singapore so yaya papaya? Okay, that's my favorite term, by the way. Then we will talk, what's yaya papaya? Okay, I was just talking to my mom today, I think nobody would really understand Singaporeans when we start speaking like that. You like saying also the yeah papaya, right? It's so funny. So that's it. I'm going to introduce to you my the speakers for today as well, who's going to engage in a kind of roundtable chat with me. So we have Kelly Tan. Okay, she's also a DCRG senior teacher, SCM professor, and also drum roll. Da, 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 da. She's also a co-founder of Wisdom Coaching International (WCI), and I'm really really happy to have Kelly here because she's actually my first DCRG teacher when I started learning DCI. Yeah, so in a way I would say she handhold me. She's very tough. So she kind of maybe used cane, not really literally. Okay, she whipped me into shape, which is I'm very grateful for it because I think helped me become a better person. Yeah. So that's Kelly, and then next one will be drum roll, Jacqueline, whom I got to know and meet in SEIM, I would say. So Jacqueline herself, she's an SEIM assistant professor, ICF coach, and also WCI co-founder, Wisdom Coaching International. In other words, today, okay, three of us come together. We actually know each other through SEIM. And that's when actually Jacqueline and I, we had a chat. I think it was in Kyoto. Then we always have a joke. Okay, so I think we can stop share for a bit. I'll give you a joke. Okay, what's the joke? The joke is that you guys have no idea how small Singapore is. Then Singaporeans don't meet in Singapore, but we meet overseas. The chances of meeting a Singaporean overseas is higher than meeting the Singaporean in Singapore. So you'll be like, what is wrong with this? Are you kidding me? No, I'm not kidding you. I really get to meet Jacqueline when we were in Kyoto. I was like, oh, I didn't know you're Singaporean. But I recognize your accent. Okay, so we're going to talk about that in a bit. So if you have Singaporeans in the, if you're here, okay, just shout out, okay, yo, me too. Okay, then if you're our friends from, other countries, please let us know where you're from. Yeah, so yeah, that's why you see people say they didn't know that we stay in Singapore. Kelly and I, we have been told many times, are you based in China? Are you based in US? No, we have been on the tiny red dot inside somewhere. Yeah. And so he's Malaysian in Singapore, so she can relate to our quirks. So today we're gonna have a chat. So that's it, right? Okay, I'm gonna invite both speakers and I'm gonna ask them questions. Okay, maybe they will ask me questions too, but we'll see how. Okay, and we have friends. I think wherever you're from, let us know where you're from, because I'm sure we can have some fun and talk about it. Okay, and that's the key thing I want to bring to. Okay, is that any one of both of you, you want to talk about how having fun is important to being a leader. Hey, what somebody say something. Kelly.
Hello. Something. Somebody say something. Yes, something.
Tell me, why is having fun? Like maybe I hear from Kelly, then you see what Jack has to say. Like why is having fun? People will think that leaders shouldn't have fun. Right? Leaders should be serious, right? Authoritative, dominant. So what do you have to say to that, Kelly? Like is it true?
The traditional mindset of like thinking that being a leader has to be dominant, has to be authoritative. I don't know, somehow those words instill fear in me. So do we want to fear a leader, or do I want to really look up to a leader and, someone who's willing to be there to guide me and, be supportive, and someone who I can look up to and we can talk to, even like a mentor, willing to support me.
Okay.
That to me is more like a leader than someone who I'm afraid of and don't even dare to talk to or get close to. That's far from being a leader for me.
Then I want to ask Jack, because Jack has many years in corporate experience, right? And I'm sure she also has seen, right, her fair share of leaders. But there are leaders who probably like the idea of people fearing them. But I want to hear Jack's personal take on having fun as a leader.
Yeah, actually, there are many types in the corporate world, right? But I would ask myself what type I want to follow or who do I mix around with, right? Personally, I like to be with those that's fun. Just like Kelly says, if those that is fear or had certain authority, not that we don't have, we have many of them in the corporate world. And honestly, a lot of people actually shy away from them. Oh, this guy. And in the litmus test is when you are in the same lift with them. One come in, before the leader come in, the lift was all noisy. But when this leader come in, everyone start to be quiet. So that's the litmus test, right? So, and actually, honestly, I think leaders needs to have fun. And if a leader know how to have fun, in fact, they can really inspire a lot more people. That's to me. I stick with people who are fun.
Yeah, I'm going to ask another question, okay? I think I'll slowly ask the question and then share with everyone that, why are we trying to have fun in the last session? I'll share some good news, shall I? Because the whole idea of this marathon, as our speakers also know, is to, bring more awareness, to this event that we are having in Singapore, the 3rd to the 5th of July. And, when we started the marathon, make a guess how many people signed up for the in-person event.
Woohoo.
You guys, anybody knows? I don't know if you guys remember. Yes, you know? What?
You mean the before and after?
Yeah, just tell me the before, then I tell you the after.
Oh, the before.
Yeah, the before.
I don't know, probably around 100 or something.
120 something? Yeah.
Yeah, it was about, I think it was, I'm looking at my notes. It's about 150 in-person registration. Yeah, so as of just before this session, right? Oh, hi, Laura and Daniel. I want to share with you guys. I'm very excited. Okay, so I asked Joy. Okay, she gives me the latest numbers. In-person sign up is 310.
Ooh.
I heard 319.
Okay, no, really, she told me it's 310. But anyway, it's great news, right? No matter how.
Let's
And then-
double the number.
And the online sign up, I didn't write down the online sign up previously, but I think it was also about that, right? About maybe 200. Huh?
600.
100.
No, I mean like before. They
Oh, before.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
it was about 200.
It's about
Yeah.
200-ish, right? Now it's 645.
Ooh.
So if you count right, it's close to 1,000 combined. Okay, that's like great news, isn't it?
Oh, 3 times more.
3 times more. Okay, so then I see you dancing.
Yeah.
A bit fun. Electrifying, okay, the energy. And so we're really, really excited. And that's why, okay, my next question is, that people are thinking, maybe you're watching on YouTube and like, what are these people talking about? What event? What is Diamond? What you look here? DCI Global, okay? So I want to ask maybe ask Jack first, okay? When did you first attended a DCI Global program? Why did you bother? Singaporeans are very picky. Later we'll tell you guys more about it. So there's a reason why a corporate, okay, many years of corporate, then you have seen so many programs. Why did you
Do
How-
it, right?
Yeah.
It's my first, it's online. I didn't manage to get the offline cycle because it's during COVID. It's 2020. And that's level 11. In fact, that's where I met you, Jin.
Oh dear, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. So, and I thought, wow, I got a Singaporean there as my assistant professor then, And then, I did level 11. That's my first DCIG event. And it's all about time, that time, right? Because it's a common term. We always say, not enough time. Can you do this? No, I don't have time. So that's the reason why I attended. Yeah, because the topic is always something not what you would expect, right? Like level 11 is like, can you make time? And then now level 8, automatic leadership. You never find this topic anywhere else in the industry. What do you mean by automatic leadership?
Yeah, then in that case, right, then we ask Kelly. Kelly, when I'm going to dig up her ancient history. When did you first attended DCI Global Program? Like
It
why?
was-
Why? I wanna know
Okay.
Why?
Why? If you're talking about official the whole program, or it's just a public talk?
I think a program, like, why would you pay money? You think about it. Or,
Okay,
like,
okay.
Why, right?
I went to that program was because firstly I got to know someone doing a talk. I heard from some yoga friends who said that this particular US person, American, coming to Singapore to do a talk on a special topic. And I thought the topic was kind of interesting. And then somehow it's being taught by American. So I thought it was interesting that somehow American can teach a kind of ancient, teachings on Chinese part of things. So I got curious and went to attend the event. And then what was covered was kind of mind-blowing in a way. Yeah. And I got curious and I started to participate more into the official event, going to the retreat and things like that. Yeah.
I need to be very honest, right? As a Singaporean, and I'm sure not just Singaporean, our friends in here, you have to ask this question, and we need to answer this question for friends who are watching and thinking, why would they pay for a program? And what's so special, about these DCI global programs? If you have to just answer it in a few short sentences, Jack, how would you say?
I'll say you never get it anywhere else, anywhere outside.
Oh,
that's the reason why.
It sounds like enticing. Kelly, then how would you say it? She said you will never get it anywhere else.
I would say if you really use what is being taught in that level, you really see the result. Like for me, I attended it in 2012, right? And then the first level that I attended was talent, passion, and purpose. So that was the level that I first attended with Geshe
How do
Michael.
you find your talent, passion, and purpose?
Indeed. So it was after that level I found what I wanted. Yeah.
Okay, then that makes sense, because if not, why bother, right?
Exactly. So it was because of I attended that and I achieved what I wanted and I found what I wanted. And that's where I believe in what he taught. And I've been using every level I've been following and using what was being taught. And I see results. So I think that's why I'm really into it.
Then I need to ask Jack, so do you create time?
Yeah.
Like how squeeze,
Surprisingly, I'm a multitask person, right? I can always thinking that I should do many things, and very selectively, there are certain things that you don't want to do, and most of the time you find that you don't have time for a lot of other things that you may want to do, right? Especially then I'm already a retiree, right? Imagine a retiree say she don't have time.
Then who have time?
Yeah, right. Then who has time? But it's true enough, because I multitask. I try to do a lot of things. I mean, I'm someone who catch up with, if I were to learn to bake cake, I don't just learn from one master, I learn from many masters, right? So just like myself in corporate, and I can't imagine I come back to learn management after corporate days, but it really helps me. Not just, I always say, only, like my mom said, if you know it earlier, it'll be so much better, the system. I believe it helps me in my corporate years. The only thing is I knew it after, but it still helps me. It helps me in my life. My first level is level 11, and I always find that I don't have time being a retiree, but honestly, it is beside making more times or doing more times, I find a lot more fun in what I'm doing, and I have lots of, I would say, time to even decide what I want to do.
That's good news. Then I'll be very cheeky and ask you, then why do you bother with leadership if you don't even need leadership already?
Not true. In fact, leadership is not about you leading just people. Like for me, being a retiree, looking at myself as a mom at home, as a family, as a daughter-in-law, you don't just lead, corporate people, you lead people, any people, right? Especially my family. And then, you all goes, you are three here co-founder, right? So just walking back into the corporate world or setting up a company, it's not just leading to me a team of people, then you say you need leadership. I think it's leading myself, making the right decision as a leader to myself, to my family, to my friends, to the company that right now we all co-own and do. I think we own that skill, right? We need those skills.
Then I'm going
So
to ask Kelly a very cheeky question, because now you talk about how you need leadership, even though you're not leading a corporate team, right? You still need the leadership skills. But firstly, you look at this, it says automatic leadership. If it's automatic, why do I need it? Kelly, can you answer?
Well, that's where you have to come to the program to understand that, leadership has got some deeper causes to create it. And when you have the deeper causes to create this leadership, it's natural for you. People just attracted to you, they want to follow you, they will listen to you. That's what we're talking about.
Automatically?
Yes, automatically.
They will want to follow you like pipe pepper.
Yeah, a pipe probably using the pipe. But when you learn what is in level 8, right, automatic leadership is you're naturally creating the causes for people to naturally want to follow you, look up to you, and want to listen to you. Yeah.
They still do what you are. Okay, wait. They want to follow you. They want to what?
They listen to you, they follow you, and they will do as you say.
Okay, if not, I'm like, they listen but they don't do. Then what's the point of this automatic leadership? That's it, right? Then I'm very curious. How many times have you attended level 8, Jack?
Three. This will be my 4th time.
Then I'm going to help the audience ask, why don't you just attend once and for all?
That's interesting question. So tricky. In fact, my first time was when I heard this in 2021, I think. Yeah, 2021. It attracts me because it's called automatic leadership, right? It's like, what? Automatic? Yeah. Then in 2023, I think, 24. That's where we have our second, and then we had our SCIM. So SCIM was my second leadership program, and then the next DCIG level 8 was in 24, and then now 26, right? Why come so many times? Actually, in fact, the live tool that is being taught inside, I have to say, yes, you practice it maybe first time, then you probably forget about it. Then you come back in, and when I learn deeper, when it's in SCIM, I understand why those live tool is being designed. And very much, I'm those people, like if I want to learn, I make sure I put them into practice. I meditated on the live tool on equality and exchange. Yeah, and I felt that it has helped me, not just me alone. I felt it has helped in my life to understand a lot more things that last time I took for granted, honestly. It is so true. So each time when it comes, I really love to come back in to refresh those live tools, to remind myself, and then, to keep practicing it. Because to be very honest, why I think people come back to DCIG, like I was looking at myself, right? Why do I want to come back? It's not because it's teaching me something theory. It's not like just to know, but if you really put them in practice and you can see the results, I think that's the motivation why I come back. But if I just hear and then know, I likely will forget. And then if it doesn't help me, I don't think I want to come back. But that's actually very much sum up for me, DCIG, why I come back to their level again and again. Yeah.
Thank you. That brings me to the next point that I want to ask Kelly. I don't know if Kelly remember that the last time we did level 8 was also in Singapore.
As in the last round
we did, right? In Singapore, right? That was 2018
or 17? 2000.
I'm doing my mathematics, hold on.
Yeah, I think you did your 2017 level 7, right?
Yes. No, wait. 2015 was 6. 16 was 7.
2017 then.
So how many years apart already? Let's look at it. Oh my gosh, it's been like 9 years, right? So then now I ask Kelly, why should anybody come to Singapore? So expensive.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. I think let's talk about why should anybody attend in person in Singapore?
Good question.
And then, what? Any Singaporeans in the house, don't pretend you're keke.
Yeah, you all should post out why they should come here.
Yeah. Come, Singaporean, tell us why people should come.
Come to Singapore, but Singapore very expensive, so we need to talk about. Let's talk about first why Singapore so expensive. Jack, you was telling us the other day about GDP. I nearly paid.
Yes. Because Singapore per capita GDP is 60,000 US per year. That means every one of us spend at least 60,000 a year US. So
I'm shocked
we
right
need to
now.
survive.
How is that possible?
Correct. And I checked with statistic, okay, we are 13,000 times smaller than China.
13,000 times smaller.
13,000 times smaller. And we are 2,590 times smaller than Indonesia.
Yeah, very small.
450 times smaller than Vietnam. We are even 400 times smaller than Arizona.
I don't know how to respond already.
That's all, And our per capita per person is 60,000 US.
How did that happen?
Yeah. That's why our things has to be expensive.
Because I think maybe we can look at it this way. Okay? Everybody, if you are wondering why are they talking about Singapore? We talk about Singapore so that you can see Singapore is a very small place, right? But I think there's some unique traits about Singapore that you can come and take a look. I think there are some traits or some things about Singapore that you have to experience in person.
We have no oil, we have no resources, we have no gold, we have no natural resource. Most of our stuff are imported. Food, water, even water, right?
How did we? Anyway,
I think that was a good question in terms of I think Singapore is pretty much well known. As much as what Jacqueline was saying, that we are very small as compared to many, probably one of the smallest country in the world.
No, we are not. We're one of, but not
one of the smallest country in the world, but yet known. Yeah, so there must be something right that must have, the country must have done something right in order to be known, and yet, like what Jacqueline said, we have no resources. Yeah, no resources, just out of nowhere. So and somehow we are not like a country that is purely of a certain race.
Yeah.
And yet we did made it, to be quite known in a way among countries. So there must be something special about Singapore.
So
what do you guys?
They should come and see what again.
What is it?
See us. I didn't come and see us. Well, kind of like the. I think I want to talk about seeing Singaporeans will be interesting. Is that, well, it's true. I want to get back to we'll talk more about Singlish later, but I want to touch on this word that our friends, okay, our Malaysian friends know this term, okay, but our other friends may not know this term called yaya papaya. It sounds like it is yaya papaya, okay? What is yaya papaya? Okay, maybe Jack can explain what is yaya first.
Yaya means yaya means very proud, very arrogant. Our head high up.
So we kind of I think I'll say it okay. So I don't put you guys in a difficult position. Is that Singaporeans, you can come and scold me, it's fine. But it's true, we have a reputation for being a little bit snobbish.
Yeah.
Singaporeans have a reputation of being a little, I say a little bit, Singaporeans don't come beat me. A little bit, okay, but you all get the idea. We do have the reputation, of a little bit nose in the air kind of thing, right? But I just want to share, the word yaya is proud and arrogant, but why papaya? It's because it rhymes. You all know that, right? It's Singaporean. We'll talk more about Singlish and how we actually love our abbreviations. We create acronyms. Later we'll talk about that. So that you can come and hear. When you hear Singapore, now we are already toning it down. We try to make sure that you can understand us. But when Singaporeans start talking, nobody understands, except the Singaporeans. Because we use so many BTW, KK, whatever, I got naughty stuff to say, but later I'll get there. Okay, so hang in, okay, with us. So that's it, okay, guys. Okay, I'm gonna ask Kelly a question. If not, she's like, what are you guys talking about? Okay, so why should they come to Singapore again?
Find out yourself. That's the way to hook them in.
Find out yourself.
I think generally Singapore is a very small country, but we are very developed in a way. I think we are well known also for our transport system. Right, a small country. I think
Wait, I want to stop you. I want to stop there, right?
Yes,
To jump from us being yaya papaya to transport system. Can you talk about how we are not that yaya papaya? Singaporeans look yaya papaya, but we are actually very helpful.
Okay. So you want me to correct your part when you say yaya papaya? We are
It's
not
true. I'm not denying that. I have to tell Malaysian friends, sorry, it's true. I'm sorry for experiences that there are yaya papaya Singaporeans.
Okay. But not all. Everybody is yaya papaya. Are you trying to get me to justify the fact that not everybody is yaya papaya, especially you?
Not me. No, like let's talk about this. Like if you face problems or trouble when you're in Singapore and you ask a Singaporean, will they help you or not?
Oh, okay. If you put it that way, then generally most Singaporeans are very helpful. Like if you get lost on the street, you grab anybody, they will be willing to spend time to help you resolve your problem, help you find directions and guide you. Right. There are even helpful people who may want to bring you to their place. They are even the destination that what you want to get to. So generally that you may quote the term yaya papaya, but we are all very helpful people. Yeah, that's true.
That's true. You saying yourself, right? You say, I just heard I don't need Laura and Daniel caught it. That was Singlish. You say yourself, right? Means, are you
praising yourself?
Referring it to yourself? Okay, that's how Singaporeans talk. You say yourself, right? Serene is laughing to us. Yeah, okay. So Jack, you have anything to jump in? Me, Laura, and Daniel having fun.
Why people should come to Singapore?
Yeah, be really yaya papaya.
Yaya papaya.
Nobody want to come to a land of proud papayas.
Yeah. Actually, well, I think it's a wrong impression, but I have to say Singapore has a name for ourselves, the way we do things. We are very structured. We are very law-abiding citizens, okay? So I think there's another way of saying Singaporeans is we have many rules. We have rules of not eating chewing gum. You cannot bring chewing gum, or you cannot chew chewing gum. Okay, cannot be caught. Things like that. So I think that drives us Singaporean to be a little bit more subtle. Not that we pretend, but we're trying to be very careful, and maybe that gives people the impression that we are because we don't talk. But another statistic maybe show you is actually Singapore do produce a lot of millionaires.
Nowadays I saw Laura's like, oh, come down me.
Yeah. As we say, right, our per capita GDP, I was just trying, I thought my number was right. My chat GPT friend tell me it's 90,000 US. That's even more than my 60,000. In fact, I think it's the way our systems has created us. Many Singaporeans own a flat.
That's true.
So think about it. Can I say at least the assets Jean and Kelly have right now
What?
is more than $500,000. So think about what they could have earned as a per capita. Wouldn't they be millionaire? And that's many citizens in Singapore. And that's our forefather promised us, right? Every one of us will have a roof on top of us. And it's the system. We all paid our flats through another acronym, CPF, Central Provision Fund. So we can own our house as we work. So because of that system, we Singaporeans start to build our assets. That's why Singaporean, in fact, not that we are snobbish, we do have assets. But it's a wrong, mistaken idea, I think. We are not like that. We are very helpful, really. When you meet me on the street, you are lost, I'll guide you. I'll tell you where to go.
Yeah, me too. I will stop and Google Map for the person. Then if I
Yeah.
can, I will bring the person to where they need to go. If I cannot, I will give directions. Then I'll ask them to repeat it to me so that they don't get lost. The Singaporeans are more, how do you call it? There's a word for it, I think it applies to everybody in the world, right? You do have like certain people with certain traits, right? Like some of them may be a bit more arrogant. But I think in general, Singaporeans, we actually are helpful. And we just look, I can't find a word for it. Sometimes we look very grumpy because the weather. No, we are not kidding. Okay, maybe Kelly can talk about the weather lately. Right now we just hit, right, the hottest in Singapore right now. It's so, and we are not just hot, we are humid. It's like the humidity drives you nuts. Kelly can say why they look so grumpy.
It's like you walked out, you feel like you just had a shower.
Or after a shower, you walk out, you feel like you need another shower.
You just had a double shower. You came back with a double shower or something like that. But I think on top of what Jack was saying, that she was saying that we are very law-abiding citizens. I think that may sound like not positive, but I would say because of this, as a result, Singapore is a very safe place. Because everybody is very law-abiding, and that's where, even though it's a small country, it's a very safe space whereby even at night you can walk out in the night. It's safe. Everybody feels safe, and you can leave. Not that I'm encouraging you to leave your things around, but generally, most people won't touch. We are kind of like respectful of people's stuff and things like that. So it's rather a safe place in Singapore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I want to see. Okay, firstly, there are a few comments right now. I'm going to look at it. Firstly, Hari says, does that mean Singapore is almost the same as Japan?
In what sense?
Jack, you want to take this question?
Almost the same as, but in almost the same as what?
Yeah,
Japan, in what sense,
In
right?
what sense?
Yeah, in what sense?
Law-abiding?
Law-abiding, Harry.
I'm very curious. So maybe you can type in the chat, right? Meanwhile, Serene says, you all don't look grumpy. That's because we are in a controlled environment, right?
Yes, I turn on my
air conditioning.
For all of you, I'm wearing a jacket. I have to have aircon.
So come to Singapore where you will experience extreme in weather. What do I mean in that? When you arrive in the Singapore airport, it's so cold. You love it. You're like, oh, it's like 16 degrees Celsius. Okay, I'm sorry, we don't use Fahrenheit. Okay, so 16 degrees Celsius is so comfy, right? But the moment you step out of the airport, you're like, excuse me, what is 31 degrees? And then, if it rains, you're like, oh, that's when you start to feel grumpy. But the moment you get onto the transportation, right? Again, you have cool air blasting you, and then you go to our shopping malls, it's also 16 degrees. So imagine we have 16 degrees and 31 degrees. So won't we be grumpy when we are outside?
Actually, interesting while you said that, Jane. I remember my colleague long time ago from Japan. They always say that Singapore is winter in the office and it's summer outside because we turn on our aircon real low because we really want the cold air, right? And they would feel cold actually to them. They feel that we always lower down our aircon so much, like 16. They feel so cold. They say, you guys are living winter in the office.
That's true.
We don't enjoy that.
And then we just see Laura and Daniel will say, no business for hairdresser. Oh, you'll be wrong.
Oh,
More business. More. because they perspire, right? So they need to
Yes.
go for another wash. So they visit regularly.
And you want to keep it short.
And they want to keep it. Look at me, I just had my haircut today. It's like I can't deal with it. So like, keep it short, keep it short. That's me. Okay, now Hari replied. Hari said, you said help guide people who are lost. I don't think it's just a Singaporean thing, of course. I believe all of you will help people who are lost. But he said the price so heavily expensive. That's true. I'm sorry. That's true lah. Because of imports. I think most of our we rely heavily on imports. Yeah. So, but I think Singapore is trying. They are building like what kind of gardens are they called? Like urban gardens. So we're trying to grow our own vegetables. Can I say? Yeah. So I think that's what Singapore is trying, but it doesn't really help lower the cost because it still requires
Manpower.
manpower to develop the urban gardens. But I think we are trying. Yeah. So that's it. Okay, then see. Okay, let's move on from the cold and the hot, the heat, and we move on to another thing, which is share with you guys something interesting. Did you know? I want to talk about international neighbors. Okay, did you know? My brother was the one who told me this, and he's here. Okay, but Hari, we talked about it just now, so you have to hang on there. We talk about it. Why should we go to level 8? Plus, you came many times already. Are you going or not? Vitas, are you coming to level 8 online or in Singapore? You tell me, okay? Meanwhile, do you know we share the busiest bridge with our neighbor Malaysia, Johor Bahru? Yeah, sorry, it's not bridge. My brother said land border. That's my brother, by the way. Guys, do you know how many people uses that border every day? Guess. Just make a guess. He will give the answer very shortly. Do you know? You chat GPT. Millions. I don't know actually. 100,000. Mr. Zhuang, what is the answer? He's got time. As I know it's very crowded. That's what I understand is that they actually need to have an app that tells you how busy the border is. That's how intense traffic can be. Well, we wait for him to reply us, okay?
Not only app, Jean. Do you know if you go to the LTA or something, the traffic, you can see how busy that road and decide whether you are across the border.
So I think you see, Lylin is right. She says 400,000. That's like in the middle of what we just said, right? That's a lot of traffic, every day. I think that's like intense. Phew. That's it, okay? I'm jumping from topic to topic because I don't know how else to transit smoothly. Do you guys realize something about Singaporeans? British education. You guys didn't know that, right? Our education system is British. Okay, British education. Okay, American dramas. Singlish. It confuses us. Okay, it's like firstly, okay, our you can see like our forefathers or ancestors, right? They actually came from different places, right? You think about it, right? We have Kelly, where's your family from? Your dad or your mom's side? Or your grandma?
Fujian and China.
Fujian, China. Both also? Your dad and your mom?
Yes, I believe so.
Also, you are kind of like from your origins traced to China, Fujian.
Yes.
Interesting. So you saw it already. Okay, see something interesting. Now, Jack, where are you from? Where's your
ancestor from?
Yes.
Hokkien, Fujian.
Also Fujian. You see, we have a lot of friends from our trace from, and our ancestors are from China, Fujian. For me, a little bit weird. Well, I'm a mix, like you guys probably cannot tell. It's my dad's side, from Fujian, okay? My mom is a blend. Why I say that is that my mom's mom is from, if I'm not wrong, she told me before, I forgot, but from somewhere in Guangzhou. But my mom's dad is Peranakan.
Which is?
Which is I don't know.
Which is a local
Something
Chinese.
Straits Chinese, right? I think you guys know lah. Okay, so we have a blend of backgrounds, right? And I think growing up, I want to ask, like, Kelly, do you grow up speaking English?
No, Chinese.
Chinese, no dialects in a way.
It's a mix of mostly Chinese and then a mix of dialect because my grandma speaks dialect. She can't speak Chinese. So it'd be a mix of like different languages. And then my neighbors are Cantonese. So it's a mix of different languages as I grow up. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, my brother just wrote. Okay, I'm not gonna read that. So can you speak your dialect?
Yeah.
Can you say something to us? I'm very curious now. Hokkien,
What dialect?
Hokkien, is it?
Hokkien. Yeah. And then there's also Hinghua, my
Oh, say
grandma's
Huinhua.
language.
Speak in Huinhua. Can you?
Oh, that has been so long. Xia Bao Bang.
What is that?
Have you eaten?
Oh, sounds so cool. So you see, we have different backgrounds which might influence our English. So we don't sound British, neither do we sound American. Which is why, we have this thing called Singlish, which we'll share later. Yeah. Can you say that again?
Oh my God.
Okay, forget it, never mind. Then Jack, how about you?
For me, Hokkien because I grown up in a kampong. Kampong to us is a village, right? It's supposed to be known village, but we call it a kampong, which is a Malay word. My neighbor and everyone, we just running around speaking in Hokkien and probably some Chinese. But when we converse with my dad, it's mainly in English because he's English educated. But I tell you something very interesting. On a dining table, if my parents would have some secret that they want to talk to each other, they will speak in Malay. And they didn't want us to learn Malay so they can keep secrets for themselves. And then, of course, when we're young, you pick the language more or less, we know who they are scolding, but that's what my family grew up with Chinese, Hokkien, English, and then my parents converse in Malay when they don't want us to know what they're talking about. Yeah, all sorts. And
Well, now you made me think about it. I want to share with our friends, right? You go think about like, how our parents, our grandparents, right? It's so cool that they can speak so many languages. Like, I was just like chatting with my mom the other day, like now that Jack mentioned, right? When my mom scolded, like when I was a kid, right? She scolds me in Cantonese. But she tries her best, even though my mom is not she doesn't have like a university degree or anything, right? She tried her best to speak in English. Because that was the agreement she had with my dad, that they try to bring us up, in English. Then I get scolding in all the different languages. How confusing can that be? But my mom can speak, like indeed, my mom can speak in Cantonese, Hokkien, Teochew, Tamil, Chinese, some other God knows what she can speak, but she just walk around the neighborhood and she will say hello to people in their language.
yes.
So that's Singapore, like we are a unique melting pot of like cultures and of languages as well. So I just want to share with you, like, right now, I would say the newer generations like Li Xuan, like Zing, they different. These youngsters, like myself also, to be honest, right? 識聽唔識講啦, meaning I can understand, but I don't know how to converse. But I will only say, now we bring back, like, I think we bring back to level 8. If not, they're like, what the is this about? It's like, what has this all got to do with level 8, right? Like, why come to Singapore to attend level 8? It's to come and, you see, Kelly, do you think, like, why should they come now? After we talk about this all, why should they come to Singapore?
Why you keep asking me this same question?
No, because the Harry is asking us to tell,
I think as we were talking about earlier, Singapore is a very developed country, like whereby we have lot of system and how we have grown to from such a small country to be quite internationally known. We must have done something right in a certain something right, right? And also that we are so well established in terms of our transport systems and being a small country accessible, all the MRTs and train systems so accessible. I think there must be something that have been done right. And also the fact that we are also pretty known in terms of a financial hub, education hub too. Like a lot of people will come to Singapore. Parents in China will send their kids to Singapore to learn, right? Our education system is pretty well known. Why? Right. Because it's a learning place and we have a proper system for learning. And a lot of well-known speakers will also come to Singapore to do their training, right? Many well-known speakers will come to Singapore because as we are known for our education system, people will come in here to learn. And that's where having a training in Singapore is pretty well known. Like a lot of speakers will come in. We have all kinds of books too. All kinds of book people will publish books and it will be also available in Singapore. And we encourage that kind of environment for training, for education, for continuous learning. Right. It is in Singapore, we do encourage people to keep learning. That's where I think having this level 8 leadership course in Singapore is because Singapore is not just it's a small country, but we're pretty much international. That's where leadership is important. Not just in terms of in a corporate setting, but we are also talking about leadership in terms of how you lead your life, how you lead your family, right? We all want to go to a better place. That includes even the country's direction. We all want to go to a better place, right? As much as we are small, but we all want to go to a better place. I think we are all pretty much aligned in that direction. We all want to go to a better place. So I think leadership in Singapore is pretty much encouraged. Like we all want to be somebody to be able to help somebody.
Actually, I want to share something, after like hearing you talk and, Pei Ling just posted something about TCI, having hosting the level 8 automatic leadership in Singapore, right? It got me thinking about something, which is automatic leadership in a country setting. How do I say this? For instance, I want to hear maybe Jack can share your thoughts after I try to express myself, which is like, for instance, right, we have systems, but who built them? Like, why should we bother building a system? Like somebody must be listening and doing, and that we can have rules in a country, but people can choose not to follow. But yet, as much as we make fun of Singaporeans, like, we are such square or like law abiding, etc. But I think it kind of gives us that sense that there is automatic leadership happening here in Singapore, that you can see automatic leadership happening in Singapore. What do you think?
Yeah, actually, when I think about how we built our nation, right, as we just now talk about it, we don't have natural resources. And Lixian type in the chat, we only have human resources. It's the human that is building the nation up. Even I have to thank all our forefathers that has the foresight and putting up what Singapore should be like. And if you look at how Singapore is being run very much like a corporate, as the whole nation itself, right? You have every department, you have all our ministers doing what they need to do to govern the country and putting the right things in place and achieving, we don't have natural, but we are almost number one in everything, right? Like our Changi Airport, we don't have people come visit Singapore, you probably say 2 days is enough. You wouldn't say you should stay for a week or more. But why do people still passes by Singapore? Because we are still the region hub. If you think about the comfort of the airport that we have designed to give to the customers that we serve, the comfort. And if you ever notice, I think Singapore is the only airport, if I'm not wrong, right, that the one that land and the one that actually arrival and departure is in the same hall. We don't have a divided gateway whereby this is arrival, this is departure. You can actually meet each other and even greet each other, the one passes by, right? And we think of that, and if you think about such a process or such kind of idea, many would not even thought of or even have many ways, but Singapore make it happen. Singapore had ways of having such idea, that many people not have thought of. And I think that's, to me, a leadership this time round. We are hearing not just, leaders, but leaders needs to be innovative. And right now with AI happening, we all must be thinking, how do we lead when the systems and automations and, geniuses in our computer is thinking ahead of us? And I think Singapore is a country that we have proven, right? We have shown many of our systems, our transportation. You'll be surprised, Singapore cars, we have many cars, but honestly, if you don't own a car, we can very carefully travel around Singapore, and we have bus systems that bring us to almost every corner of Singapore. So we don't really need cars, but we still have cars, right? But that kind of system, honestly, is being designed. It is not by chance. And you think about, just now I talked about the roof on top of every Singaporean head is what our forefathers promised. It's also not by chance. It's also being designed many years ago, the system that we put in place. So I think to say that this is what a leader needs, right? The foresight, the vision, to be able to bring, then if you think about it, our forefathers bring us Singaporean to a better place. And that place is to have, as Jean, you say, safety. We are very safe. We have lots of amenities that is around us. Every hub in Singapore, north, south, east, west, you find your own little shopping mall. And it's also accessible. My ex-colleague told me, right, Singapore is the most ATM machine around that he ever could remember. Every other block he would go, you can draw money, you can have money, and that's not by chance. That's all by design. That's all I could say. I mean, that's why you need leadership, you need that foresight. So my thing is, people, you say why you should come to Singapore. Just tell me if you have not learned this system. Give me a 0. But if you have learned this system, let me tell you, when you come to Singapore, you should be doing one thing every day and every moment you can. Coffee Celebrate. And you get 10% of it. Coffee Celebrate, our GDP is 90,000 US per capita. Imagine your pocket growth 10%, is already a lot. So if you think why you should come to Singapore, come Singapore, celebrate with us. Look at a small nation and bring that idea back home. And I think that growth and the immerse of that, what Singapore has become, and bring that back to your company, bring that back to your life. And I think you get 10% is, I think it's a lot. So if you are in the system, you should be jolly well coming and buying your ticket the next moment if you have not signed up.
We have a comment in okay, I'm gonna read it out loud. It says, I think they are a little bit enough for Singapore. Okay, she's Johnny Lone says, rather than about Singapore and why come to Singapore, I would rather be much more interested to hear about why come to this level 8. For the speakers, can you share what have you implemented from what you have learned from level 8 that has brought significant changes to your life, business, or organization? Thank you. Anybody want to go first?
For me, I personally feel that I never thought to see myself as a leader. Right. But somehow, after attending level 8, you just create, just doing the right thing based on what you learn from the program, doing the right thing as what is covered in the program. You will naturally be someone people look up to and who wants your advice and wants you to guide them. So I've seen that changes within myself that, people will ask for my opinion, ask for my direction, and they would be willing to follow me. You know, the thing that level 8 covers, it explores about how leader being listened to naturally because you're automatic, right? Automatic leadership. People want to naturally listen to you, want to trust you, and then you just attract people to you, right? And then you can manage people with the skills that is being covered in the program, and then you're able to make better decisions, and then you're leading people to a better place. Somehow, as a person, we may have a lot of doubt in ourselves. Whether am I making the right decision, especially if you're holding somebody bringing a lot of people to some within a mission or a vision within a corporate, right? So you may sometimes you're unsure whether am I going to the right place or am I heading the right place. But somehow when you understand level 8, it's all about creating the causes to see that result. And when you have the causes, you somehow know the way. I can't tell you how, but it's like you create the causes that people will just want to follow you. They will ask you, and it would just, it just happened that put me in that place. And I've been to a meeting. Can I say BNI? Right. I went to a BNI event, and then I'm new to those people there, and they just naturally want to listen to me. They said I have that, that how do you call it? Aura. I don't know what they call it, but they just the feedback that I got from them was like, I just want to listen to you. Can you share more? The microphone keep coming back to me, which I have to say something. So people just they naturally want to hear from you. They want to listen to you. So it's that kind of causes that you create to see that kind of result that people want to look up to you and want to listen to you and people trust you. So it's cool, right? I mean, in all aspects in our life, in family, even if you're doing sales or in whatever aspects of your work, we want to be trusted. We want to be looked up to. We want to be followed. People want to listen to you. I think that's the ideal situation that in all aspects of our life, we want that kind of result. So in automatic leadership, it's just telling you to do the right thing. When you do it, follow this, you will see this result. You don't even have to try. You don't even have to push yourself hard to get people to listen to you. It just comes to you automatically. And I like the word what Jean mentioned, electrifying leader. Electrifying. Why? Because they're just outstanding. That shining person that people being magnetized that wants to follow you. I think it's a cool description of automatic leadership that you're so electrifying that people just naturally wants to follow you. And I mean in the beginning, Jing talked about having fun, a leader that have fun. Would you follow a leader who have fun or a leader who's grumpy all day, who's looking stern and fierce? We of course would enjoy somebody who has that electrifying, that energy, that fun, that kindness, and all aspects of a leader with that quality. We want to follow that kind of leader. And the whole idea about level 8 is when you understand how to create this kind of causes, you will naturally be that electrifying leader. Yeah. Jacqueline, you want to share more?
Now, before Jacqueline share more, I want to debunk, not debunk, I want to mention
Debate.
a few things. I'm not debating, but as in, so that our friends here don't think that this is some myth. mystical thing that we are talking about, like, oh, create the causes, naturally will happen. I want to just like give my 2 cents worth. Then maybe I hear what Jacqueline have to say, Jack have to say. It's that firstly, when Kelly was talking about like creating a causes, like firstly, it doesn't mean that you stop trying with whatever you're doing. I want to emphasize that, you do what you gotta do, to like build your business, to make it work at home, for instance. But we want you to realize something in DCI Global is that in order for you, for instance, like, the outcome that you desire is an increase in revenue in your company, or the outcome you desire at home is more harmony, like more harmony in the sense like, the kids stop fighting, right? You want that, and we're not saying that don't work towards it. Continue to work towards that. But the cool thing in DCI Global is that we make you see in a way that, things, there's another layer that drives how things work, which is what Kelly said about deeper causes. Like, like you would think that, oh, if I want my kids to stop fighting, I need to break up the fight. But the question is, how have you been breaking up the fight? I think most of us, we don't, really think about how we have been doing things. Has it been working for you? So that's when I think, like, you still want to break up the fight, but what if all the real work is not about, like what Kelly said, like trying in the sense of like forcing things to happen? You start to work on yourself first. And I think that's what DCI Global is about. It's like, in order for you to create the results that you desire, you start working on your personal growth first. But in order to develop yourself, you need to have a set of principles. You need to have a system, you need to have something, right? Some guide. And that's what in DCI Global, in, I would say, almost every level of programs we have this thing that our founder, has designed. It's called Life Tools. Tools that you can use and apply in your life. Okay, so in automatic leadership, there are a total of 12 life tools that you can use. And Jack, if you don't mind, I'm going to tell them how many parts there are.
Yeah.
So the tools are divided into 4 parts, if I'm not wrong. 5 parts? Yeah, I'm looking at it, sorry. Yeah, 5 parts. Okay, the first one is what it takes to be a leader. So you need to look at the tools, right? And it's inside there are a total of 3 life tools, that guides us when we apply them on what it takes to be a leader. Okay, pretty cool so far, right? I hope, Johnny, it helps you. And also, like, then there's a second part, it's the qualities of successful leaders. It's more than just being a leader. You want to be a successful leader. If you have been forcing your way to be a leader and not seeing the outcomes you want, then maybe, right, we have to look at these 2 life tools. Okay, the first one is called seed intelligence. And you're like, what? Seed? Okay, that's a metaphor, right? In a way where if you plant the seed, you will get a result. So we're talking about here is mental seeds. So you can explore that. And I think that's this life tool is pretty cool. So I would like encourage you, if you're still thinking like, oh, should I come to level 8? I would, for sure, the 3 of us here would say, why not? And then life tool 5, it's talking about being decisive. Okay, and the 3 leadership styles. Okay, I'm really sharing with Johnny so that before Jack takes over, there's another part 3. Now, you want to be a successful leader. You have an idea of being a successful leader. You need techniques. So here is where we give techniques. Our founder designed, 4 life tools here. There are techniques that you can use, to become a successful leader. We haven't even talked about automatic yet. Okay, so the first in here, it talks about public speaking. What it takes for you to be a fearless speaker. Okay, like leaders need to speak. But of course, we have this idea, like earlier, like Kelly and Jack, we were saying, like there are some people, why is it that when you enter a lift with them, they are so afraid of you? But we're not talking about that. We're talking about you not having that oh, how should a leader be like? How can I speak? Techniques. And if I'm not wrong, in here, there are 64 qualities of a great public speaker. 64 qualities, okay? So you're getting like lots of value, okay, for the amount of money you're investing to become an automatic leader, which I will get to the automatic in a short while. I think Jack can talk about that, okay? Then, of course, I saw Kenneth said 4 magnets. Okay, this is a really sexy tool, I would say. You know what actions that you can take, okay, to create the causes and the conditions, okay, for people to be, what Kelly said, magnetized to you. Why is it that some people have influence? Some people just draw people to them. Some people, right? You have seen, right? There's some people who just, they appear and people were like, you know, they come to them, okay, and they listen to them, and they do what they say. This is one cool tool that you really need to learn, okay? And then, of course, there's another tool called the 4 modes of management. Interesting, right? You always thought management is one mode, fierce or not. There's actually 4, okay? Then you have, there's another one that I think is very cool called skillful means. Unexpected strategies. There are strategies that you can employ, that you can use skillfully, okay? Not manipulation. No. It's not about manipulating, okay? Skillfully, okay? How can you use strategies to help people to grow? You help your team to become better, right? You help yourself become better. It's all about bettering others and yourself. Okay, I'm very tired. Maybe Jack want to talk part 4 and part 5.
Then the part 4 will be actually very interesting, and that's the life tool in there, which I shared earlier that I practice, and I really practice them, is to actually look at how you look at people. Are you looking that everyone has the equal right to be successful? Not just the janitor, even your bosses. So if you really understand that, and if you can meditate on that, actually, in fact, you have a lot of voices. You probably get a lot of insights, things that you don't understand before, which I actually practices it, and I realized that how self-centered I am actually. And sometimes not that we, I said right earlier, is that we don't have time, we never think about it, we don't even really, we ignore a lot of things. But if you really put that into practice, in fact, you get lots of insights. And that's just one meditation. The other tool is very, very cool. We call exchange, which is, if you read even the Karma of Love, it's inside there as well. It actually tells you to change your position, not just looking at different perspective, but really feel if you are in that person, and also think about it. How do that person look at you from the other side? And if you get that insights, honestly, it changed the way I look at things. Not that all the time, I still probably see things at my own perspective right now, and sometimes I ignore it. But that's the reason why I come back to level 8 again. And if I come in this time, is my 4th time, right? I says, then you will wonder why I want to come back. I come back for tools like this. I come back to really revisit it and really practice it. Honestly, I am not like chasing courses just to come for it. I am someone who live my life with a motto called ROI, return on investment. If there's no return in the investment I put, normally I put a stop to it. But so think about it. This tools has helped me in my life. And the last one is very, very cool. Honestly, I have to share it with you. I would not have thought about it. And all of us, if it's in the corporate days, we normally chase on our own KPI, right? Our own goals, our own target, or our project plans, our timeline, and things like that. But think about something worth following. That's the last life too. Usually our teachers end the level with a very inspiring life too, and life 212 actually made me think even further. Why people want to follow me? Is there something worth? So if you are a leader right now, or you are working, or if you are doing your own business, or if you are actually having a family, think about it. Even parents, right? Do you think your children really follow you what you do? Is there something worth for them to be keep coming back? Just not for the respect, right? As in Asian, we all know we are back to our family. I visits my in-law and things like that due to respect. But was there something more that you always want to have extra conversation? That makes me think further, because I do go back and I have to admittedly tell you, I visit my in-law once a week. Sometimes, or most of the time, after dinner, all of us are swarmed into our own little device. There wasn't much conversation. Yeah, there were conversation on the table, but after that, not many, right? We are still there, we're keeping them company. That gave me the thought, would that be the kind of life I want to have? Would my children come back when they visit me, if they have their own family, to just eat dinner because due to respect? Or is it something worth that they're coming back home because not that I'm just a parent, but there's some conversation that we have. That makes me think. That makes me think further what I'm going to be like in my future. That's why actually level 8, to many of you would think why you should join. I'm going for my 4th time. And there are still more things for me to learn and for me to practice. And what level 8 has changed me is to shape the way I look at my life, the way I lead my life, the way I would probably want to lead my family life, the way I would want to lead my friends, my families, and people that's close to me. So it has changed the way, really. I have to tell you, it's almost 180 degrees change. I'm not like that when I'm in my corporate world. If my ex-colleague were to see me, I'm amicable, but I am really not an easy person to work with. Very OCD, very perfectionist. As I shared before, they say, whether the weather is good to see me. I'm probably the one who comes to leave everyone keep quiet. So, but I believe that's not what I want to be. So really revisit, because I do revisit my own life, my own way of leading my life, the way that I speak and engage people. It has changed me. It has reshaped my perspective. 180 degrees change, I have to say, and I'm practicing it, and I'm still practicing it. Yeah. Hope that gives you the answer, whoever still want to know why you should be coming.
I
Thank you.
there is joining us another question, but I think before I get to that, right, I actually have something I thought to play, okay? Because we kind of like 3 of us, you guys should ask a question, which is, when you are 3 leaders in the same company, won't you guys fight? How does leadership work? Have you guys thought about it? Why do you guys not ask us this question? I'll help you guys ask. Because 3 of us are co-founders of a company, right? So if you think about it, right, who listens to whom? I see things like, oh yeah, right. So maybe I think let's ask this way. It would be why don't we say one thing about each other? You can pick pick and choose, like, do we see each other as leaders? That'd be interesting, right? I think maybe we start with Kelly.
Do I see the 2 of you as leaders?
Yeah, like like automatic leaders. Like you give example, having worked together for quite a while.
Yeah. I do see the 2 of you as leaders in your own, like 2 of you have your own traits. Like Jack is very like RI person, how to lead the company in terms of like profit and how do we go, that giving directions in that sense, aspects of it, like the financial status of the company and things like that. And Jean is more leader in her own way in terms of tech, in terms of how to build the sales marketing aspects of things. So in the 2 of you have your own traits in terms of leadership in your area of expertise.
Oh, you say, no, wait, okay. Kelly is
Yes.
being very nice now, okay? Because, right, she's 100% honest about what she said about Jack, right?
Yes.
You know why? Okay, because we want to say she's not seeing her just as a leader. The automatic leadership is that, hands down, we listen to Jack when it comes to this.
Mm.
See that? Like Jack talks about the finances forecast. We're like, you say it, we do it. Really, we're like, we do fight about other things, but when it comes to this, right, her domain in the company, we're very clear. When Jack takes out the Excel sheet, I'm like, oh no. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, if you are the same age as me, you will know what is that. That's the Microsoft shutdown, huh? Okay, so dun, 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 dun. But it doesn't mean that I don't want to listen to her, but it's like I really trust her. I think we respect her and we know what she's talking, like she knows what she's talking about. She say we do. That's what it means by we see Jack with the really we do. But Kelly's being very nice to me. She actually wanted to say bossy.
No, not true. Again, it's in your area of expertise, and we trust what you say. I can't argue you for anything related to marketing or sales. That's your forte. So we will totally respect what you say, and we take your lead in terms of that direction. So we each have our own traits, and when of course, when there are things that we have to come together and discuss, that's where we will listen to each other. Yeah, things we disagree, we will voice it out. Then things we agree, we'll totally, second it, that kind of thing. So I think in that sense, I would say we all have our own leadership style. And we do respect each other in that area. Not that we don't have any disagreement before, but we talk it out like, reason it
like adults. Maybe Jack, let's hear from Jack what she thinks about more of us. Then I can say what I think about you guys.
Yeah, I think if you learn about the system, right? What's best in three of us that's working together? I mean, I'm a retiree, I keep telling them, you guys, please.
They're like, no.
Yeah. I say I want to retire. I want just put the number and then you guys run, and then I'll be running behind. But the fact is, I really like the respect that all of us have. In fact, if you guys want to know what level 8 brings you as a leadership, look at three of us here tonight. Well, when there's things that go wrong, we say it and we know what went wrong, what we need to do. And if things that we need to support, we know we need to do it. And we had just recently, right, Jean leads us in our own workshop because we need to re-strategize our company, how we look at B2C, B2B workshop like this. We respect each other. We let her lead. We put in our comment. We put in our ideas. Then at the end, Jean says, okay, when that's done, Jacqueline has to come up with the numbers, and they just trust me, and I have to come up with what that financial going to look like. So, think about if you have a team that trusts you, that let's say for strategy, we allow Jean to lead us. And if it's on operations in modes that we need to make sure, because very easy when you have strategy, you have blind sides on operation, and we have Kelly there to be catching us to, you make sure you do this, you think about this. Yeah, Jacqueline, you got to translate this in Chinese. I said, oh, yes. You have people backing you up in a sense that if you have played leadership game before, or you have seen many, like, would you ever dare to just drop yourself and then knowing that someone behind catching you? That's what, if you have level 8 people in your team. If you have team like this, you know that, if you just drop, they are there to catch you. And you know that we all respect each other in terms of our own expertise that we bring on the table. And we can debate about, it's not that we just don't talk about it. We can debate about it. We can discuss about it. We agree not to agree with certain thing, and then we can still take actions go along with what we think the vision is. So don't you think that's a beautiful leadership you want to be in? And I would love this when I was in my corporate days, right? To be working with my team of directors leading Asia Pacific, if we would all work together in this manner. So I really enjoy it. But again, outright in employee, I still want to retire.
But cannot, not yet.
Yeah. So, right. I think really Level 8 has shaped us, have really shaped us. I have to say it is a very interesting topic. Yeah.
Yeah, and it reminded me now that I both of you shared about like how we all, three of us, right? Three founders, co-founders in a company, in a team. You will expect that one person is the dominant leader. Normally, we have this thinking that in a team, there's one leader, everybody else have to put their heads down and quietly follow. Actually, it really made me realize why Level 8 automatic leadership is so important. Everyone's a leader. Everyone, like it or not, right? If you think you're not a leader, no, rethink. Everyone is a leader, right? Whether in a team, like we said, we have each our domains, right? Our area that we focus on, but we need to work together. Yeah. So like when leaders, I think the cool thing about automatic leadership also makes us realize that, you're not just one alone by yourself, so lonely. No, but it's like everybody's a leader. Then how do leaders work with each other? And I think what both Kelly and Jack pointed out just now is that DCI Global really, emphasizes the importance of working on ourselves first. But just because we work on ourselves, we have to ask ourselves the question, right? Do we like to be treated the way we treat others? Then that's where I'll be very upfront and share you guys. I am a very hot-tempered out of the three of them, three of us. Okay, and sorry, I'm actually, you all don't mind me saying I'm the youngest and the rudest. But they are both of them are so, how to find, last time my Chinese became so good, my English disappeared. So 包容. So, they really are so accommodating towards me. They are like, they never, sorry, the Singaporean came, like, the bad child. They didn't do that to me, but they allow me to express myself. Then they're like, okay, Kelly will be like, okay, let's calm down. Then Jack is like, okay, hear her out. Then we are able to be on the same page, because I think learning DCI Global, right, we also call it the seed system, right? We work on ourselves first, but sometimes things happen. Emotions, don't tell me like, after you learn personal growth, you don't get angry anymore. I mean, that's the ideal. But sometimes things happen, right? And I think like what Jack said, and I love it, is that you want to surround yourself with people who don't just attend Level 8, but who has used Level 8 repeatedly. Because that's the only way we can help each other become better. Not by judging and pointing fingers, but by supporting. Yeah. I don't know if both of you agree with what I just said, because I really feel that both of you put up with my BS.
Another acronym.
BS. Yeah.
Singaporean giving you an acronyms.
Yeah, you all figure out what's BS, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, then Johnny said if you want to help as many BNI friends to get close to learn the C system, right? Does going through Level 8 make you, our speakers, okay, be able to cause more people to learn the C system? How does Level 8 relate to that? Jack should say, this time around, so many VIPs are her friends.
In fact, I was just sharing with my client yesterday, was one of the VIP that's coming, which is our patron, right? Our supporters. I just says, come. And she say, okay. And then I says, okay, you have to be a VIP. She say, okay. I says, then she always asks me how much, because I'm like the famous beggar among my friends, because there's always lots of fundraising. And then when I reach them, they always say, okay, how much? And I will tell her, okay, 14,000. And say, okay. And then I says, I just have to give her the link. I say, okay, you wait for me. I clear a certain thing. I'll let you know when to register. I just give her a link and she sign up.
Automatic leadership, Johnny, get it ready.
Yeah. Then there's another one
Oh, cool.
who went back for her holiday in China, because it's summer holiday now for many Chinese in Singapore. And I say, you must come. She said, I really want to. I say, yes, just come. And to tell you, she's a VIP also. She's coming just back for level 8, and she's flying back just for that weekend. So that's, I don't know why, but when I ask them, and they come. So Johnny, if you think that helps, yeah, if you have enough practices and if you get there, I think people trust you, as what Kelly says, right? They know why we do that, because our heart is we want to help them, and we are really bringing them to a better place, and they trust us when we say that. So imagine you don't have to be forcefully convincing people. That's not what level 8 is. As the Life 2.6, which is the public speaking, it's not just teaching us to public speak like here in this talk, so that we are confident, we know what to say, prepare our notes, trying to be pretty, or things like, no. 64 good tools inside the aphorism, right, to tell us how we can actually speak and people listen to you. And that's really what Kelly always reminds us, is the deeper cause. If you know and practice, 64 of them, I have to tell you, I'm not practicing all of them yet. That's why I need to come back, refresh it, and learn that. And if you really do that, I would say practice it, you start seeing people follow you without you having to convince them. So if that's what you guys want in your life, yeah, that's what level 8 deliver for me.
So I have a question.
Yeah, right. So
So there are more questions. I think we need to answer all their questions, right? Then I think Johnny will sign up. Super duper level. Yeah, I think I'm looking at their comments, yeah, and I want to, maybe we see how we can talk about it and have a chat. I think it's let's look at this question. I think Hari said, does everyone, I'll answer the first part, then I'll pass to either one of you, okay? This question, I'll be very honest. Does everyone who have attended level 8 really run their business automatically? No. There's a difference between attending and applying. Okay, and right, okay, maybe Kelly want to jump in here, because it's like, if we say yes, we are lying. We're not lying.
I think it's the same like for every kid who study. Does it mean that everybody who has studied the whatever school they attend, they get flying colors? It's not true, right? So it doesn't mean that everybody who attends school will get, high grades or whatever. It's all about whether you apply what you use. That's more important. It's about application. Everything is about you learn and you apply. And do you internalize it? Do you become a better person? So I think that ultimately it comes down to whether are we using or are we really practicing what is being taught. That's the key idea. And when we talk about practicing and using what is being taught, we are creating that deeper causes. So you can't have causes just appear out of nowhere. Okay, it doesn't just miraculously, just like miracles, it just happen and things just appear, you just have to create the causes. You apply what is being taught, you just take the action, you create that causes, and result will happen. Okay, so that's how you see results. You just naturally happens when you have enough of, done enough of all the causes, things will start to change. That's the idea. And as what Jean was saying, does it mean everybody who attend will get result? Depends if you take action. It boils down to taking action. Yeah, Jacqueline, do you want to add on?
perfect answer.
Yeah, I agree. Because right, it hit me something, and I think Jack is the perfect person to answer this question, which is because he says run business automatically. Is there a difference between automatic leadership and automatic business? Because automatic business sounds like factory to me. And maybe you can answer this one, the automatic business and automatic leadership, the difference.
Yeah, because when we talk about automatic leadership, right, means automatically people, when you say something, people will act on it, people will follow you without you, as I say one word, no need to convince, right? So automatically that's how things work. But I'm an automation person in my system. I put system in place in my old job. Automatically run business actually to me means a lot of things. Whether your process is in place, whether, we talk about governance process, whether you have your visions translated, you have the transformations from leaders to the workers, right? Because Harry, we just did our workshop. We found that many businesses cannot have their business auto run. Not because it cannot be, because there is no system in place. And to have that system in place, listen to us, you must really come to level 8. Number 1, build that leadership. Number 2, have your visions defined. Number 3, really, whether the governance and the business process is in place. Whether you can have it or not, I wouldn't say, unless you really put that in place. Because one is about human capability, like us as a leader capability. The other one is the company capability. Is the company processes ready? Is the things in place? And I think not that you cannot have, I think it's always possible. Yeah, that would be my answer, Jean.
Very good. Meanwhile, you can start to keep the questions coming. It gets me excited and I will think of a lot of ideas. Okay, I'm an idea person, that's why. Because the next part, of course, is about influencing, bringing people to learn the C system. And I think many people want to do that. But I'm being cheeky, I'll just say, right? But why? You know what I'm trying to ask? I don't know if you all both get what I'm trying to ask is that. Why? But why? Why do you want to bring as many people in? Maybe I hear from Kelly then Jack. Why should I bring so many people in? It sounds very suspicious.
Technically, well, personally, if you feel that you have benefited from the program, you feel your life has changed, right? And then you will want people to be able to have a better life, a better direction, or whatever they want to achieve. They can use what is being taught in the system to create the result that they want. So I think in that sense, even for myself, I would want more people to come in to learn this because, it's not about, most people are trying to grasp for something and they feel they cannot get it. They're using a lot of conventional way of doing things to get results, but they don't get it and they feel disappointed and they give up. I think many of us have been through that before, our own past experiences. We tried a lot of things, methods to get results, but it didn't work. And we get disappointed, we give up. We probably have given up a lot of our dreams or even things that we wanted, but we couldn't achieve it in the past, and we just gave up. But now with this system, we're telling you that if you have the deeper course, it will come to you. You don't even have to try. It just comes naturally. So given this understanding, you can create whatever result that you want. Leadership is just one of them. Many other things, you can want to have good relationship, anything you want to create, you can create it if you just have the deeper course. You just need to know how to create that deeper course to see the result that you want. So with that understanding, you see, then people just have to learn how to create it. What is the deeper course for everything, every result that I want? How do I use this? How do I create a deeper course for whatever that I want? If you only know how to do it, things just comes to you. That's why if you really believe in, and you have created result yourself, like we have, And that's why I've been in this for 15 years. Right. I've seen result in my life. I've seen result in my family. My sister created her baby, something that people think is impossible. She has 2 miscarriages, trying to have a baby for 5 years. And she is, what do you call it? Senior, she's like 41 when she was trying to have a baby, which most doctors said is difficult and pretty much, challenging, especially after 2 miscarriages. But she used the system. She created her baby. She has 2 babies now, you see. So nothing is
But they're
impossible.
not so baby anymore, right? They are not so much of a baby anymore.
They are like 4, 5 around there. So you can use the system to create whatever result that you want. And when we truly have seen results and we believe in this system, we will want more people to come in to learn this, because you can create your own result that you want. You just need to know how to do it. Yeah, Jean.
Maybe hear from Jack. I think that'd be cool to hear from Jack, right?
Yeah, I think all of you who wants to have to help more people to come into this system, you're definitely very kind. You definitely wants to help them because it must have helped you. That's why you want to help people, right? So I was there. I was very excited. I also wanted my family to learn the systems and but from my experience itself, like I can bring friends in, my sister is in with me, but there are just some people we cannot move. Not that you're here straight away, everyone follow you. I think we still need to keep our practice. I think number one, I was very anxious and wanting it. And I felt one thing that I have done it wrong in the very beginning is to keep telling people this is your pen or you have the wrong worldview or to once you are so excited you want them to do that, right? You quote all these terms. My husband says I'm a conversation stopper. And my son says, what do you mean by I have the wrong worldview? So I was too anxious because once I shared the idea and I thought they should know the idea, and when I had that conversation, I made that assumption. I was too anxious. I was like as mother, right? We always want the best for the family. And when you think things go wrong in our own eyes, we are so anxious about it and we are so quickly to point that out. I would say don't do that because I made that mistake. That's why my husband called me a conversation stopper. I realized that let's us as patient. I think first, let us prove it on ourselves first. Let us demonstrate how the system has helped ourselves, how we have changed. If we have not changed, why would they want to follow us? Why would they want to see that you are still upset with it? If you are still angry with them, why would they, and if you are impatient with them, why would they come, right? So I realized that through my own mistake, right? I should practice it. I should change myself. I should see my own results. Then they will naturally believe in what you are doing. But today, if you are not changed, you are still not getting the results that you said you want to, why would they listen to you? Why would my friend come? Why would I ask them? And then if it has not helped me, right? So I think we must change ourselves first. So we are all, I can see all of you are very kind. You want to help all your friends. I think lead them through our own testimony and they will come.
I think I love both of your answers. Thank you so much. You know what? I'm very naughty. I'll be like, why would you want to bring people into the system? You know what I say? Okay, I type something, right? And I don't know if it's the correct saying, but maybe if somebody knows the correct saying, you can correct me in the chat, right? Okay, is that I think I learned it the hard way. So I want to share with you guys, like what Jack said. People don't hear what you say you will do, but they watch what you do. Like why I say that, it's like, for instance, right? When I started learning, okay, that was before I even attended any program with the DCI Global, right? I attended the book club first. Okay, so the book club that I attended was Kelly's book club. Guess who I brought? My mom. And guess what happened there? I told her to fix my mom. And she said, I just want to share with you because like sometimes indeed like what Jack said, we are all very eager actually to help people around us. Right? But sometimes we seem to forget that the only way to help others is through our influence. And how does the influence come from is people are watching what we do. Not so much what we say. If we can tell them like, you know, come. And they are like, wow, look at you. And I'll be like, you know. So what I did was I learned from then that lesson, you know, it was a painful but important lesson for me that I want to share with everyone. You know, that I realized that when I brought my mom to that book club, that particular session, I even remembered how that room looked like, where my mom was sitting. When I told Kelly that, you know, can you please, you know, fix her? You know, sometimes we think that we want to bring the people in so that they can be fixed. In a way, I'm not saying that you think that way, but you know, sometimes we might have subtly in the back of our mind, right? We kind of like, I think this person needs some fixing. So if they fix that, right, then they will see the results that they want to. But actually, I learned the hard way, I think, like, you know, along the way, I started to work on myself. It was hard because my brother was attending the book clubs with me too. And I think he watched me. So like when I became a T-Rex, okay, so you know what a T-Rex means. I lose my temper very easily. Then I'm very bad, hot-tempered, okay? I am literally, until they started, I guess, like watching me grow over the years, I guess. Like now, leadership, I'm coming back to automatic leadership, okay, can even be applied to parenting. I'm not saying bring the kids to automatic leadership class. I'm not saying bring them in because my nieces and nephews are too young. Okay, one's 10 and the other, one's 11, one's 9. Sorry, he grew up already. Yeah, so all I want to share that with you is I realized we need to work on ourselves first. Yeah, it's like we need to work on ourselves to the point they want to learn from you. That's when you're like, you know what? Come. But until then, you know, you use it as an indicator, I would say. You can still invite your friends, of course, by all means. Do invite your friends to the book clubs. Do invite your friends to attend the program. But if they say no, don't get hurt. Don't think that they need fixing. Right? I start to think that sometimes, I'm not saying you, but I'm saying that I think I'm the one who needs fixing. Because I'm like, oh man, you know, why am I trying to be so tough with people? Why am I trying to make them change? I should start working on myself first. Maybe that's why I feel I want to share you in terms of automatic leadership. I don't know. We still have a bit of time. Do you guys want to hear anything else from Jack and Kelly first? Because I will wrap up in 3 minutes. Anybody? If not, I'll ask difficult questions. What's your favorite life tool, guys? Maybe I hear from Jack. Maybe you share like you know, what is that one life tool that they can really look forward to in your recommendation? Oh, which life tool you recommend? Same as me. Okay, say please.
Electrifying leader. And I think it's very, very cool. We learn from the master what's really an electrifying leader. And it gives us the correlations with his poem, right? And I thought that's super, super cool. I really, really loved it. Not letting the cat out of the bag. You must come to level 8 and learn it.
Which is why, okay, I don't let the total cat out of the bag. I let the paw out of the bag. is that the cat's paw. Okay, why I want to share with you why we keep talking about having fun. This life tool that Jack just talked about is all about, how do we enjoy our work? If you see like three of us so far, we just keep laughing and because I'm not saying that things don't get hard, right? Jack, that's not what Jack is saying. That things get hard in our business, we do face like challenges, we do face like times where you're like, oh no, like how do we move forward? But either, we have choices, right? Do we get grumpy? Right? Or do we like go confused? Or do we take the wise way out? The wise way out is using the tools you have learned. So like Harry said, what life tool to make business successful? The entire level 8, you should be learning every single life tool, reading every single life tool, digesting every single life tool, applying. Applying is where everybody fall flat. I will always say you have to look at the 12 life tools. Sorry, Kelly, I got carried away. Maybe you want to say, right? Like, because he's talking about which life tool that makes business successful. Which one? Is there a specific one?
All of them.
All of them.
It's life application. It's a lifetime of application. It's like we don't just do once and become perfect. It's a journey. And each time you keep refining yourself and you see what you are falling short in, and you keep refining to improve yourself to get better and better. So that's why it is a journey. And this life tool level 8, I think, this level 8, I think so far is the thickest manual that we have. And there's a lot of essence in it. And it's about, there's what Jean mentioned, the 5 parts. That whole process of leadership is a huge thing. Like you don't just execute one part and boom, you become a successful leader. It's keep refining to keep getting better and better. And its application if you are in your business, especially in your work, it's about keep refining how to become that electrifying leader. And if you want to create your automatic business, it's again how you apply it in your business. When you get there, like what Jean said, be the living example, then people will be following you. You lead by example. It's your action. People will follow your action, not what you say. So what you do is aligned with what you think and what you say. That's where people will follow you totally. And you create your environment. When you change, your environment change. People naturally change. You don't have to tell them what to do. They will just follow you as an example. So it's a ongoing journey to keep refining yourself to be that leader, that automatic leader, and that electrifying leader.
Thank you. Jack, anything else to add? If not, I would like to have a group photo.
No, I think thank you. I hope to see all of you in Singapore if we can, right?
Okay, then I think in that case, then let's take a group photo with everybody, shall we? To commemorate our last session, guys. Thank you for being here with us. Serene, thank you. Thank you, Lishan.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
everybody. Making the time to listen to us chit chat.
Yeah, Pei Ling is here.
Everyone.
Bye. Do you want to explain why this for?
Later, I'll explain this for. When Zing say we're done, then I'll explain.
Yeah, done already. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Zing.
Thank
So,
you.
why is this? Okay, what is this? Okay, so I'm going to wrap up. Both of you can take a break and drink water and relax now. Okay, so I'm going to try to wrap it up without boring you guys. Okay, firstly, what is this, right? This is the perfect answer for Harry as well. He's like, what life do to make a successful business? This one. 4 steps. Okay, the 4 steps that you need, okay, to what we call that is to plant, okay, metaphorically plant a mental seed to see yourself, okay, having a successful business. Okay, so Harry, I'm sure you know the 4 steps, right? So of course you're like, why is it the 4 steps again? Because it is the second most important tool, right, in DCI Global. The first one, as you guys know, I'm just going to say it and leave it here, okay? It's called the pen story. Okay, long story short, the pen story tells us that, okay, everything we experience is in the world, okay, it is coming from our past mental seeds, okay, meaning our past actions, right? Our speech, our thoughts, our behavior shape our world. Okay, so how we treat others, okay? Who's the one watching the world? The only world we have is our own world. I cannot live in Pei Ling's world. I don't think I can. Never, you know what I mean? So it's like, we have our own world. So that means, right, we can create our world using what we call the 4 steps. And if you're curious about 4 steps, come to refresh at level 8 again. But that said, right, Harry, you're like, 4 steps, then what is it got to do with the level 8, right? There's 12 tools, which means, right, in a business, there are different parts to your business, right? Leadership is definitely one of them. Team is definitely one of them. Managing the team is definitely one of them. So you need to break down what do you need in your business, what it means to be successful. Like right now, some people have no issues with sales. Okay, some might have a need to have a team. So you need to break down and be very clear what's the outcome you need that defines your success, and then use the 4 steps. Okay, I'll just say it under here. That's it. Thank you, Pei Ling. You are also a very special you. We are all very special yous. Okay, I'm really excited because this is really the last 5 minutes to wrap up the entire marathon. Okay, I really want to take this time actually to indeed, like, why come to level 8 in Singapore in person? What's the difference between the online and in person? Okay, firstly, DCI Global, right? The founder, the president, okay, of DCI Global is actually Geshe Michael. Okay, he's an American businessman, and he has a lot of wisdom. He's the one who has started this system, started DCI Global, if I'm not wrong, in 2010, if I'm not wrong, right? So it's been so many years, right? And to be able to be learning directly from a successful businessman, right, who has such great depths of wisdom. And he has studied a lot of the Asian philosophy, and be able to distill them into life tools that we can actually apply, okay, in our business, in our professional lives, in our personal life. That's something that I really am very in awe. I was like, wow, I can't imagine the mind of such a, successful and great author. He's an author of over, I can't remember exactly the number, 140 over books or something. Okay, he has written that many books. So to be able to learn directly, okay, if you really cannot make it to Singapore, do attend the online version. Okay, you do still be able to learn the live tools. But there is, let's face the fact, a difference between online and in person. Okay, the energy of the space, we're going to have 310 people there. Okay, the energy, you can, you go to an event where you step into an event where everybody is also as eager as you are to learn that content. Okay, so I really say that why come to level 8? Because you're learning from the successful example himself. The successful example, the epitome of automatic leadership is the founder himself. He has the most authority to speak on this subject. And of course, on top of that, we have, right, the teachers, okay, who are also organizers from all over the world. Okay, mostly Asia coming, most of them are from Asia. They are also automatic leaders, whom you can hear from them directly, how their success stories and so on, how they grew their business. For instance, Harry, you asking, why are they so successful? They are using the system, and they are also, organizing programs for the system. There must be something going on. Okay, so that's it, right? That's for the sales pitch for business side of things. And my last sales pitch to you, okay, you can also use it at home. Kids will listen to you. I don't have kids on my own, okay, but I had my sister's kids and my brother's kids. There are a total of 5 of them in total. All I need to do is appear, and I'm like the Pied Piper. They will come to me, they will listen to anything I say. Okay, and it's not what I say that matters, it's because, okay, of the applying these principles in my life, right? I myself have to become the living example. I want to set the example for the next generation, which is why I am a DCI senior teacher in a sense, because I want to. Okay, help others, for instance. I may not be directly sharing with you guys like, oh, how do I influence my friends to come in? Help others to influence their friends to come in. Help the organizers bring more people into the system. You will create what we call the deeper causes to see your friends, okay, your colleagues, your business associates walk into the program with you one day. Okay, so that's it. Okay, if you have not signed up yet, if Ziying can help me put up the last, you see, 9:30. Okay, I just need to show you 2 slides very quickly. Okay, if you have not yet signed up, okay, I really encourage you to sign up. This is the poster. Okay, you can go back to the organizer, okay, that you have been studying with, okay, find out more, and then you can sign up with them. Okay, and you're like, wait, but I didn't come in through any organizer. Then on the next slide, would be scan any of the QR codes. Okay, it could be for Diamond Cutter Institute or Sedona College International, SEIM, and scan follow us. Okay, and send a PM or DM if you have more questions. Okay, so that's it. Then I think we have come to the end of this session. And the last but not least, you can stop sharing the screen. I would really want to thank our volunteers. For without them, we can't make this happen. So if we can spotlight our volunteers, I would love it if you can spotlight yourself so that we can celebrate together with you, okay? They are the ones quietly behind the scenes, okay? You see, they look so happy, you know, I'm so grateful. Ziying, where are you? Okay, and we thank you, okay, both. I think they have been following a lot of our, and we have one more, right? If I'm not wrong, but let's thank them, okay? They have been volunteering their time. And they are not silly for doing that, okay? They are wise. They are creating the deeper causes, okay, for them to see the results they want in their life. So thank you, Ziying, thank you, Lin, and okay, I also want to thank you, our other, I know Celine, right? So, and everyone else, thank you all. So we hope to see you in person or online. Take care and good night. Bye-bye.